The Los Angeles Lakers, they trade away Taylor Horton-Tucker to the Utah Jazz in exchange for Patrick Beverley, which is interesting because this is a player-for-player trade, no picks involved, no other players involved. But at first, when the trade was initially going through, it was looking like Stanley Johnson was going to be a part of it, but eventually he's going to stay with the Lakers. And this is interesting because when the Jazz and the Lakers were in conversation, of course, it was going to be involved Russell Westbrook. And the Lakers, they were willing to do so because they want to move on from him and his contract, getting over $40+ million per year. But instead, he's going to stay with the team, and Patrick Beverley is going to join with him. And of course, what's intriguing is that the rivalry they have between one another that has lasted almost a decade now. Remember, back in the 2013 playoffs, Patrick Beverley injured Russell Westbrook, which led to him missing the rest of the playoffs. And then the rivalry continued going on, including back in 2019 when Patrick Beverley commented on Russell Westbrook saying that he's just running around doing nothing. So it will be very curious to see how Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook play along with one another unless Westbrook somehow gets traded. And remember, Beverley, he just got traded from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So this will be the second consecutive year that Patrick Beverley gets traded to one team and then gets traded once again before the regular season began. Because if you recall, back in 2021, he used to play for the Clippers, then got traded to the Grizzlies, and then got traded to Minnesota before the start of the season. So this is the second time Bev has gone through this entire situation, but with a new team, and he's going to be playing with the Lakers this upcoming season. Whereas the Utah Jazz, they're obviously going to rebuild mode. Taylor Horton-Tucker, he's going to have plenty more opportunity, and there's still a very good chance that Donovan Mitchell gets traded. And again, the latest updates were the Knicks were the main team being involved, but there's other teams including the Wizards, the Hornets, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. As apparently the Cavs, they have been in touch with the Jazz of recent days involving Donovan Mitchell going to Cleveland, which will be interesting if that does happen. Of course, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, that could be one of the best backcourts in the NBA. And the Cavs, they of course have Colin Sexton, who's a young, talented player, but obviously contract disputes, him wanting to go to another team, get a new deal. That could happen if the Cavs are willing to part ways with Colin Sexton, a couple of more players on the roster, and of course, a bunch of first-round picks that the Jazz are obviously seeking. That's all for now, you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with others, as I'll see you guys next time.